Alright, basically there's some powerlifting gear that you can use for bench press. A couple different things, and I have most of them right here with me, and I'm going to show them to you and kind of explain what they do. Wrist straps. Most people know what wrist straps are. There's something, take them, wrap them around your wrist real good, just like that. Keeps your wrist from rolling at heavy weight. I've had my wrists roll before and dump the weight on me. It's really no fun. So if you're going for 3 rep, 2 rep, or 1 rep max, I recommend using wrist straps. Bench shirts. Most people again know what bench shirts are. It's basically a shirt you put on, helps you lift more weight. They come in single, double, and triple ply, open and closed back. Most federations will have specific rules regarding bench shirts. Mine, I lift in NASA, it's single ply, closed back only. This is just a standard Enzer Blast shirt, single ply, closed back. You can see it. I've only been able to get about a 25-pound carryover out of the shirt. Some shirts, some single ply shirts, you can get up to 125-pound carryover out of. When you get into the triple ply shirts, you can get 350 plus, depending on how fast you can learn the groove of the shirt and learn how to use it properly. This is a Titan Ram. You may have seen some products similar to this. Mark Bell's Slingshot. Metal makes a thing called Black Catapult, and this is Titan's version of it called the Ram. The reason I went with the Ram over the Slingshots and the other ones is because the way it fits up a little bit higher on your arms, like this. Wear it kind of like this, and I get a 30% discount from Titan, so I was of course able to get this cheaper than I was some of the other ones. But this is basically like almost like a half ply bench shirt that only takes a couple seconds to put on, while my other one you saw takes somebody to help me in about 5 minutes to put it on. So it's just a little bit more convenient. I've been able to get 15 pounds carryover out of this thing off the bottom. It overloads the triceps, and I train with it a month at a time. I'll train with it for a month, without it for a month. It just takes a lot of stress off your shoulders, overloads your triceps, helps you handle a little bit heavier weight so you can get used to it. Elbow savers or elbow sleeves, whichever you prefer to call it. These are made by Enzer. They work kind of the same deal as the Titan Ram you saw. They'll help you off the bottom a little bit, help overload your triceps, but don't really give you a whole lot of support. They're mainly made for people with arthritis or tendonitis in their elbows. It helps relieve some of the pain. How these work, of course, you just take them and slip them over your arm like this, and then you take these, just tighten them down like that. I've been able to get maybe 5 to 7 pounds out of these. They're not really that useful when it comes to putting weight on the bar, but they do take a lot of stress off your elbows. I don't use them for bench as much as I do my strongman training, like log press, axle press, just any pressing movement. They'll help take stress off your elbows. Boards. This particular one is a 2-inch board. Basically what they're for is kind of like a bench shirt or the Titan Ram you saw, but it just takes the complete range of motion off the bottom. You still don't have to go down. So you just lay them on your chest like this when you're benching. The rule of thumb for boards is every inch, every 2 inches, 15 pounds. Something like that. I'm not really sure. But like with a 3-inch board, I can do 500 for 3 or 4 reps, depending on the day. While just off chest, I can do it for about 1.5 currently. I don't know. We're working on that. But it's basically just going to help your tricep work again, get used to heavier weight. You can do the same thing with chains. I'm not going to go drag my 120-pound chains out of the garage right now to show you guys, but basically how chains work is they go on the end of the bar, and as you go down, they deload and the weight decreases. So if you have 315 pounds on the bar and then 120 pounds of chain, at the bottom with the chain on the bar, it's still going to maybe be about 325 or something. But as you press up and the links come off the ground, it's going to get harder, and it's going to end up being around 400 something pounds at the top. It just helps your speed. A lot of people use it for dynamic effort days, like I do. I use them for speed days. And you can do the same thing with bands. I don't like using bands as much because you got to tie them around the bar and then around the top of your power rack, or you can put them on things on the bottom, and just from where you have to pull and stretch on them is going to change the bar path. And I've almost killed myself with bands a couple times just changing the bar path. Bands, chains, boards, bench shirts, Bram I showed you, all do roughly about the same thing in different ways. But if you're going to choose one, I would go with boards, because they're just more convenient. You just have to have someone hold them for you. You can tape around your body or do whatever. That's most of the gear, or all of it. I've explained most of it that you can use for bench. This is just going over some of the gear that you can use for bench, different things you can do. Be sure to watch some of my other videos. I'm going to break down form, range of motion, talk to some about genetics and stuff, some major topics in benching, and I think it'll really help you.